And welcome out to the Arthur Maulet Show, Press Box 105.7 The Fan. I am Glenn. She is Reeta. Our host for the Arthur Maulet Show is, of course, Mr. Arthur Maulet. Bro, it is good to see you. Always appreciate this week in particular.
Yeah, it's great.
Even better to see you. Always good to see you, dude. We are live at the Gourmet at Kenilworth, and I am so excited about being here. Thanks, everybody who came out. And we want to thank a lot of people that make the show possible, including Easy Pass. Make your trip to the game easy by saving the Easy Pass waive for tolls. Go to driveeasymd.com. That's driveeasymd.com. All right, dude, we've reached it.
Arthur's back.
Finally.
Can we make some noise for Arthur Maulet?
Arthur's back. Arthur's back.
How good
Welcome
does that
back.
feel, man?
It feels good. Honestly, it feels really good. Been working my butt off. Just ready to see my hard work pay off. Honestly, I do appreciate the support from everyone, the fan base, coaching staff. Like, you guys made my recovery and everything easy to cope with, honestly, because I've never been hurt in my career. So I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the Ravens organization, and I'm ready to just show them my worth, honestly.
It's wild for you to say that, right? Like, football is a violent sport.
Funny story, real quick. So I've been on a couple teams in my career, journeyman, as you may say. I like it, you know, but
well, we like some of it. We don't like one of. We like to pretend that one of those stops never happened.
Except for that one place,
place.
you know, that one place.
The hidden place.
Yeah.
We don't talk about that one.
But by doing that, you know, I learned how to stay healthy, obviously, right? Just being in Baltimore is just different, bro. You know, it just makes you, it just revived me, honestly.
What has it been like, though, to have not been through it before? Guys talk a lot about, like, how you see the game differently when you're watching your team and you're not able to be out on the field. Like, have you gone through any of that during the course of this first 7 weeks where you like, man, I see things a little bit differently, and how might it impact you as you do get back on the field?
Yeah, when you look at things from the outside, obviously you have a lot of time to think, right, and kind of critique things. And, you know, I can tell, like, people that come from injury, if they're going to be great or not. Now I see why, because you have so much time to be a couch potato. You have so much time to think and get in your head. So it's like, are you going to get better mentally and then physically get there? Or are you just going to just let everything go past you by, and then you don't mentally lock in, and then when it's time to get back on the field, you don't know what you're doing, right? So for me, I just think it was just the mental aspect of the game that, you know, kind of kept me active in it. Like, you know, if these guys are playing games, I'm kind of at the TV kind of making my own calls because, you know, I'm at practice, you know, I'm in the meeting rooms and I'm taking all these notes down. But obviously, I can't be there, and I can't play the game. So it's like, okay, what can I do to make this fun like it is game-like?
Did you find yourself, like, coaching a little bit?
Well, we saw him. We saw him on the sidelines.
That's true.
What was it, the Washington game? There was a clear view of you behind Coach Harbaugh. And I thought you was out there coaching, friend. I thought that you had changed over from being a player to being a coach.
Yeah, no, I just think it's just the mental aspect of the game that I kind of polished up on that I think it's going to make me better, honestly. Just looking at what our offense want to do to attack our scheme. You know, they want to screen us early. They want to get the ball out quick because we have an aggressive defense, right? So for us, you know, we got to kind of rally and kind of just work together and everybody swarm to the ball. And then the biggest thing is just communication as well. So that's what I took from being out, and I think I can help with that, you know. So I'm excited to get back to help.
I want to ask this question, Glenn. I know we had this already in the clip, but I want to present it in a different way. So you obviously weren't on the field, but you've seen the lowest of lows so far with 0-2. And then you've seen the highest of highs with 5 straight. Did that fuel you into kind of just wanting to get back out there, just knowing that, you know, there's a lot of adversity that you guys were dealing with very early on in the season, 100%. But now you're you know, moving up?
Honestly, yeah, 0-2 wasn't a panic situation. It was early in the season. Obviously, we're rolling out 5-2, right? But at the same time, it's like we still have a lot to work on. You know, it's good winning and making adjustments while you win, right? That's good. You know what I'm saying? You can take the criticism a little bit lighter and you can work harder and get better for the next week. But honestly, like, we got a lot of work to do Because if this was a playoff game in January, what are we saying, right? So at the end of the day, like, we still have to push ourselves to become a better Baltimore Ravens team, play better in all three phases, and play complementary football. Like, Monday night, that shouldn't have been that way.
Okay, what part of it though?
Yeah.
Right, like
It should never have been that way.
okay, so but this is really
200
interesting
yards.
to me. Yep.
In 6 minutes, bro. Mm-hmm. Come on.
Okay, but like
I don't fully blame y'all for that, though.
No.
Okay.
We're Baltimore Ravens, right? I signed here. It was a historical defense. That's what we're known for. Defenses win championships. We talked about it today in the meeting room. We have to get back to Baltimore Ravens defense. If you give us 20 points leads, you know who should be sitting out? Rowe, Kyle.
Yeah.
All these guys should be sitting out, getting ready for the next game. And that's how we're going to, stay healthy and get better and be able to play in these tougher games when it matters. And we're not doing that right now, so we're giving guys other reps. Think about it. Godwin got hurt, broke his leg, praying for him. But it's like that's the situation. Like, that could happen to one of our guys, right? So it's like the little things that we need to do to get off the field to be successful. We have to do those things to kind of, protect us from those injury bugs and those nagging injuries and have everybody that we can have at full power.
I'm going to do what I always yell at Reeta about. I'm going to skip ahead because you just brought it up, right? Like, the Godwin thing was so fascinating to me.
Right.
And I'm with you, obviously. No one ever wants to see that. I don't care what team, no one ever wants to see somebody go through that. There's a lot of criticism of the Buccaneers that he was out there at that point in the game. But it's only a 2-possession game.
Correct,
at that point.
Yep.
They had already recovered an onside kick.
Yep.
My gut is, from the number of times I've talked to football players, that if I went to one of you dudes with 2 minutes left and said, dude, do you want out of this game? Like, they're down by 2 scores, but you've been moving the ball a little bit. Do you want to come out? That most dudes would say, what are you talking about? Like, no, I want to be out there trying to help my team win. So I wonder what you make of all of that criticism of the fact that he was out there and got hurt, when I feel like most football players want to be on the field playing football, trying to help their teams in those moments.
I mean, yeah, you just never know with football, man. You never know when your time's coming to, get the injury bug or whatever. But, at the end of the day, man, like, everybody's wired differently. Some people say, man, take me out. Like, we're not about to win. You know what I'm saying? We have no chance. Some people want to be in there and play to the last snap, So it just depends on how, the other person feels. But, me, honestly, it should never got that close. I just feel like.
I understand that, and I appreciate the fact that you feel that way, right?
Sure.
And I feel like that's the good part about, as Reeta mentions, you won 5 straight, but there's still
so
room
much work to do.
Like, that's the part that I think is exciting, right?
Mm-hmm.
That, like, there can't be complacency,
Right.
Can there?
Not at all. Not in the AFC North, man. The people across the lake is 5-2. We're 5-2. Cincy's trying to.
Is
do
this like
something.
an Ohio State, Michigan thing that we're just not going to say their name anymore? We're going to go across people
I
across
don't
the
mention
lake.
People over west.
I'm kind of down
don't
for
mention
this.
those
The
guys.
people over west.
No, I like this. If this is what we're doing moving forward, we just refuse to use their name.
I think we know it. I think everybody knows who we're talking about.
We're talking
so.
about the people across the lake. That's
Yeah.
what we're talking about. Those guys across the lake is what we're talking
so,
about.
They're rolling too. So we have to play. We have to play Ravens football, bro. We got to get rolling.
Okay,
We're -2 in the whole AFC, right? So we got some work to do, man.
Okay.
5-2 looks good.
Okay.
It looks good.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you are 5-2.
And currently tied for first place in the division.
Yeah.
And that was still
Division.
mostly
AFC.
I know.
I know you got bigger goals.
I know. First goal is winning the division, though, right?
Yeah.
No? Okay.
Baby steps.
Okay.
I feel like we should be able to have fun, though. Like, I feel like we should be able to enjoy what
Yeah.
was another good win over a good football
Don't
team.
get me wrong. Like, we enjoy it as a team, but, like, we know we have so much work to do. So it's like it's no room for enjoy. Think about it. We play Sunday. There's no room to enjoy that victory. We did a good job.
Man.
There's no room to enjoy that. On to the next team.
You don't even have like a minute to sit back
It's
and
like,
say
yay,
that,
it's this. It's like,
and then on, and
On
then
to the
on
next
with
one.
it, and then on to the next
Yeah.
one.
I gotta ask real quick though, Glenn. When you guys play away, and do you look for the O
In the anthem.
and the anthem to see how many fans
I'd
are
be
out
surprised they
there?
do it, honestly. I'd be like, okay. Like, y'all are here. Like, I don't really pay attention to the crowd.
I ask because, when you watch away games on TV, it absolutely feels like there's a lot of Ravens fans there week in and week out.
Ravens fans travel ridiculously well,
Yeah.
bro. Like it's like basically an exhibition game, basically a home game if we're blowing them out. You know what I'm saying? The other crowds are going to be quiet. So I love playing for the Ravens. Like anywhere we go, West Coast, it don't matter. We can go to Alaska, Ravens fans going to be there. So I love it.
That's awesome, man.
Yes.
We are live at the Gourmet at Kenilworth, where they are serving fresh, wild-caught seafood in a Nantucket-like setting. It's the sister restaurant to the Catonsville Gourmet, where between the two restaurants, you've seen all-time Raven greats like Justin Tucker and Joe Flacco and Steve Smith Sr. and Dennis Pitta hanging out and having a fantastic meal. And we are so happy to be here tonight for the Arthur Maulet Show, Press Box 105.7 The Fan. All right, so I want to ask you a couple of things, and I'm jumping around here, so now I'm going to make Rita's life really difficult following the script.
You always do. So
I saw you post something on social media today. You posted a picture of some now and laters sitting in your locker.
First of all, let's start here. Do you call them now and laters?
Now later.
Thank you.
All together.
Okay,
All right.
stop.
All
Yeah,
right.
just look. Listen, Glenn. Glenn, no, Glenn, look. Let me show you.
Thank
Look,
you.
listen. No, it's not about that.
Okay.
Listen.
It might be, though. It might be about that.
Say it. Now and
laters.
There you go.
Now and laters.
No,
Now and later. There you
No,
go.
take the and out front.
I didn't say
you
and. I
can
said
put
now
it-
in.
you
Now
can.
and laters.
It's
Now,
It's just real quick.
say it
Right,
for me.
now laters.
Now laters.
No, now and later.
Now laters.
You're saying two different things.
See, she
I'm
think
not.
it's now laters.
I'm getting
Now-
gaslit.
But
You
he
can't do that.
You're saying now and laters.
Yes.
No, but
Because
he's not saying
no,
the way you
Glenn,
said it.
listen, hold on.
Mommy and Daddy are fighting.
Laters. Now and later.
Now and
All
laters.
together.
Now and laters.
There you go.
Okay, that sounds better than what it is, whatever you just said.
I'm a broadcaster. I felt the need to enunciate
every
my
word. Yeah,
correct.
exactly.
I apologize. So now and laters.
There you go.
There we go.
What's
Much
the
better.
story? Why is that your thing? How did it become your thing? How many do you consume? And what's the deal with like the young players having to bring you your now and laters?
I mean, I'm 8 years in. I don't have to go buy my own candy at this point, no, all jokes aside, that's one of my favorite candies, right? I'm a 90s kid. I love now and laters. None of the 2000 generation kids know what it is. So when I first put it on the rookies always have to give us snacks, basically, for the room. So when I first put it on the
Is this
the
like
snack
every
list,
day,
this is,
They just got to make sure it's
week and a
filled.
half, the snacks gonna be gone because the D line's still in our snacks.
Yeah, that's true.
The O line coming, so they're gonna be gone, whatever. So every week, we put what candies, chips, whatever snacks we want for the meetings because we're in long meetings and the rookies have to go get them. So I put now and laters on mine, and then one of the rookies are like, bro, like this was last year, bro. He was like, bro, what is a now and later? And I'm just like, it's a candy, bro. You know what a Starburst is? It's just basically a Starburst on crack because you have to literally chew it all day because you can literally save it for now or later. That's how hard the candy is, right? So basically, they had to order it on Amazon.
And they had to get you a big old
Big
bucket.
one because I eat about, a pack is not going to last me a day. You know what I'm saying?
So wait, how many is a pack?
12 candies coming.
So you're going to do more than 12 now and laters a day?
Yeah, so hold on now.
Okay.
Basically, they gave me one bucket, right?
I saw.
Okay, so you got to order me 2 at a time.
And how long is that? Wait.
They have to order me 2 at a
And
time
what's the
because
flavors we're getting here?
you're getting green apple, you're getting strawberry, you're getting grape, and you're getting banana.
Okay.
So basically, they have to give me 2 because the coaches started stealing my now-laters. Everyone literally started stealing my now-laters. They come into the defensive meeting room just to get now-laters. And it started last year. So when I came in this year,
more 12 a day. You're still doing.
oh, I'm probably going to do more than that, honestly.
Are you like at any moment? I'm fascinated by this. So you finish it now and later, and you're just going right back to the.
Oh, right back.
Right back to the
Right
bucket.
back.
At any point during the day.
I'm not even going to the bucket. I got like 8 in my hand. I'm not going to the bucket, bro.
Is this include like pregame? Like, are you?
Yeah, I definitely eat a little candy before pregame. I try to get now and laters to sponsor me, but I'm not Marshawn Lynch.
Now and laters. We got to talk,
Yeah,
man.
I'm not Marshawn Lynch, so I get it.
He did. Yeah, he pulled Skittles pretty quick.
Hey, man, if I get a sack or something, a pick or something, trippy, you know what I'm saying? Throw me a pack of now and laters, bro.
Wait. What flavor do you prefer, Trippy? To
I mean, it don't even matter. I'm on the field. We working. It don't matter. Just fuel me. You know,
okay.
it's good.
All right.
It's
Gotcha.
good.
So has that always been like? Is there anything else that fuels you Is it just now and laters throughout the course of the day? Or do you ever mix it up? Do you ever dip into somebody else's candy bucket?
Nah, I keep my own candy, man.
You keep your own candy.
Yeah.
Is there anybody else that's particularly into now and laters? Or did you, like, convert? Have you
I converted a lot of guys because they look for them now. Zay Flowers definitely steals. I'm coming to get like 3 more Art at school. I'm like, bro, go ahead, bro. It's fine. Like, before practice, he got him in his little thing. I'm like, bro, you know I had to do this one, bro. Like,
you don't ever send, like, one of the equipment guys back in during practice.
Nah,
like,
I don't do that.
bro, we really
it ain't that bad. It ain't that bad.
I was
yet.
starting to worry
Yet.
if we did. Yeah, do we need to have an intervention
Nah,
for
ain't that
Art
bad.
about the now and
It ain't that
laters
bad.
if we were going to get to that point?
So we know what you're giving out for Halloween.
Yep, that's it.
You come to our house, it's just a giant bucket.
Just
Laters.
now
And they're from the rookies. Like, they're the rookies.
Yep, I didn't
took
buy
care-
them.
Yeah, right? That's the way that it
Exactly.
goes.
Yep.
All right, would y'all make some noise for Arthur Maulet, please, one more time here?
Appreciate y'all for coming now. I'm going to make Nate do suicides when he get here, y'all.
Yeah, we love to see it.
Are you struggling with addiction? Stigma keeps people from reaching out, but there is help available. For more information on what you can do about addiction, go to stopoverdose.maryland.gov. Yes, we are scheduled to have a great guest joining us here tonight for the Arthur Maulet Show at the Gourmet. We're hanging on tight, so we'll be back for segment number 2. I'm Glenn. She's Reeta. Pressbox 105.7 The Fan. It's the Arthur Maulet Show. Back in here for segment number 2 of the Arthur Maulet Show. Glenn, Reeta, and your host, Arthur Maulet, Pressbox 105.7 The Fan. We are live here at the Gourmet at Kenilworth. Thank you all for coming out and hanging out with us tonight.
Thank you.
Hey, there's a new print issue of Pressbox that is available right now, and it features a cover story from Brooks DeBose about the Baltimore-built duo of Derek Queen and Julian Reese, who have reunited in College Park to try to get Terps basketball back to prominence. You can pick that issue up right now at your neighborhood Royal Farms or read it all at PressboxOnline.com. All right, so I want to talk to you about a bunch of different stuff.
Let's do it.
One, have you seen the Derrick Henry face that's being passed around?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay. He's a complete psychopath, right? Like,
I mean, I just feel as though he has to tap into another level because he's such a big specimen to like get his stride, you know. So he has to like just go to another place and try to finish.
I mean, you have told us before that as nice of a guy as you are, on the football field, you are not.
No, I'm not nice.
Do you ever smile on the football field?
When we're
Like-
winning.
Okay, fair,
When we're winning.
fair, right?
Yeah.
But this is a grin like
I don't think that's a smile, bro.
Yeah, what
I
is
think
that?
that's like teeth crunching, go, go, go. I don't think
a
that's
lot of people
smile.
compare it to like a horse race.
It's
like,
not a smile, bro.
Yeah, it looks like this.
So
It's
he's
just,
clenching, he's clenching his teeth.
He's clenching, tapping into a different mindset so he can finish. He's basically, you know, tapping into another level that a lot of people don't get into. When a guy's that big, like, you got to understand, he ran 21.78 miles per hour last
Yeah.
That's
Monday.
insane. That's insane.
That's insane, right?
Carrying
So it's
that
like
body around.
Yes.
Carrying that body around. So he has to kind of tap into a whole nother level to be able to mentally, you know, get to that. So, I mean, shout out to that guy, man. He's a beast, bro.
Okay.
My
but
favorite thing was him having to tell us that on Marlins postgame live that he does, that he was slow.
Yeah, he was. He
and
was slow.
that
He was slow.
that he needed to do better.
Yeah, all that spinach you eat is not helping. Bro. we need that.
Put
we
some
need
hot
him to
sauce on
score.
it. Yeah.
Right. He said
Nah,
he ran
I'm
out of
messing with
gas
him.
a little
Yeah,
bit,
he
so
did, he
you know,
did.
hey, look, it happens to the best of us,
Nah,
right?
for sure.
Could we get
Okay.
that man a now and later or something?
Right,
Can we
something.
get that man something
He gonna
besides?
be good. He don't need anything. Keep doing what you're doing, D.
Exactly.
Bro. Keep doing what
Keep
you're
doing your
boy.
thing.
So there's another particularly significant Derrick Henry topic that's popped up this week.
What is it?
Are you not? Have you seen the video yet?
I don't be on social media, bro.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
a '90s baby. I'm not
By
a
the
social
way,
media
we learned
guy,
so
bro.
much about Art.
I'm not a social
chastises me
media
for
guy.
texting him instead of calling him, which is the only human being on the planet that it's you and my grandfather before he passed that would be mad about that.
Me,
Nah,
I'm the
I just
third.
think for me, it's like
Text me all the
texting.
time.
I can't understand. Like I can read the text, right? but I'd rather hear your voice to confirm. Like, you can give me a yes or a no in a text, and I don't know if it's really a true. I know when I call you, I can hear your voice, and I can hear the confidence in a yes or no or whatever it is. So it's like, I want you to call me. I don't want to text. I'm going to confirm whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? So that's me.
I have learned my lesson. I have learned to stop texting.
Yeah.
So there's a video. This week, ESPN did a thing with Justin Jefferson and Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
They recreated this old image
the
of Kevin,
KG and
Randy Moss,
I
right?
saw that earlier
Like, they
in the year.
recreated that.
Yeah.
And they had some behind-the-scenes footage of this video, and Anthony Edwards is telling Justin Jefferson, I could be a free safety in the NFL. And
honestly, he's a big specimen. And, you're talking about when he said he was going to go.
That's
At
the part.
Derrick Henry. When he mentioned tackling Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Funny. But for me, it's like, no disrespect, but it's like, bro, like, if you're talking about going head up and not tackling his legs, people don't do that play in the league for 12 years. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you really think you want to do that, then if you want a little mild case of CTE, then.
Okay, but we saw this pop up over the summer, this football-basketball conversation, right? Like, we saw this. It was Austin Rivers, right, who started this conversation.
Yeah, he don't know what he's talking about.
Okay. I feel like Tyus and I actually talked about this because Tyus, of course, famously was a basketball player in college, ended up playing football. And he said, look, there are some basketball players that are just such natural
athletes that they could probably do it, right? But it's just about how long can you last. And he's saying NBA players coming into the NFL.
Right.
He's not saying college athletes that work really hard, that's athletic all around because they're busting their butt 24/7 to get to the big leagues, right? So they can kind of play both sports, dual sports, right? He's not talking – we're talking about NBA where you're doing NBA workouts, bro. You're not coming to the NFL.
So how many players playing in the NBA right now do you think could be NFL players?
They got to show me.
Okay.
You know, for me, it's like – I think in a NBA,
because a lot of people,
I think NBA guys.
Over the years, everybody looked at LeBron James and said, that dude could be a linebacker. That could be a tight end.
I can see LeBron's.
This is the thing. Like, that's the thing. Exactly. You heard what you said. He can be a tight end. He can. At the end of the day, when NBA players say they can play football, they're talking about, let me go catch the ball. Like, that's what they thinking. Like, they're not thinking that, this dude's going to tackle me. This dude's going to put hands on me. This dude's going to, there's a lot. You know, they're not thinking about all these other aspects of the game where it makes it really, really hard. We're not playing 7-on-7. Mm-hmm. You know, we're playing tackle football. So for me, it's like I would have to see that. I'm not a guy that's a true believer of, any NBA player can play tight end just because he's 6'6" and he can run fast. Like, you know how many people can do that in the league? Mm-hmm. They don't play?
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
And you know how many people can dunk a basketball in the league that, play in the NFL?
I wanted to go the other way.
So it's like, I got to see it.
Do you think that there are NFL players?
I truly think it is because this is just my opinion, and I might get a little heat for it. Mm-hmm. I just think in the NBA, guys are good at, like, one thing. Like, okay, he's a good rebounder. Pass it out. He can dunk. Like, that's not a lot to the game.
Interesting. Ooh.
I'm just saying. Now, when you talk about guard play, it's different.
Call
now,
somebody
that's
out by
different.
name. Call somebody out by name so we can.
Like Steph Curry, that's like Myles Garrett can play power forward center.
Who's the cat from NC State basketball that everybody said they thought could play football? DJ Burns?
And is he on anybody's team right now?
That's true. He's playing overseas basketball. I think that's what he's doing. I think that's the moment.
For me, I just think like, I'm not saying that basketball isn't like you don't have to have a better skill set. I'm not saying that. But when it comes to certain positions and I see guys play, just defense and rebound the ball and shoot and pass it to your scorer, I feel as though we're a team players. We play within the team. We can definitely do that. Like, it's a couple guys that's in this NFL that can definitely do that. They got guys that just specialize on defense that don't even shoot the ball like that.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
true.
It's like they got guys that can do that in the NFL, bro.
You think you could be like a 3-and-D guy? You think you could?
I'm too short, bro. I'm
I
5'10". I'm gonna keep it honest.
I do appreciate
if I was
the honesty.
6'3", yes, I think I really could.
Okay.
Like,
This
honestly.
is the city that Muggsy Bogues came
That's
from,
true.
so it's not impossible.
That was like in
1990. Yeah, right.
In the 80s.
Well, you said you don't think we're
like 6'7" now. If you're
we
not
don't think we're
6'5",
ever going to see another 5'3" dude playing in the NBA.
right.
It was one of the most amazing things in the history of sports.
Yeah.
Who are the athletes that you respect the most? Who are the ones that you say, dude, like what we do is difficult, what they do might be even more difficult?
Baseball.
Really?
Baseball.
Why?
So shout out to Empower IQ. That's where I train out in Frisco in the off season. But they have like a half like turf for football and half turf for like baseball teams that come and travel and get better. And I'm trying to pitch and throw it, and it's like this little strike zone, and I'm throwing it all the way over here, and I'm in that. And like I'm getting in the little hitting cage, and you know this guy's throwing these like little junk at me, just cutters or whatever, and I'm just missing. I didn't 15 tries to only hit one ball. I'm just like, y'all got it, man.
I'm gonna leave this one alone.
I wouldn't even make it in the minors. Like,
You don't
college
think you can hit a
that.
fastball?
I mean, if it's straight and he'd be like,
Straight
swing
up.
now, like, you know.
So that's the eternal question. So we always do this. Like, if you face 10 pitches from a major league pitcher, do you think you can make contact with one of them?
Nah, because the guy wasn't nowhere near major leagues. That was just
And he
throwing,
was
like
just
yeah,
anything,
yeah.
nothing. You
It's not
were
my
hopeless.
sport.
You were
Not
hopeless
my
against
sport.
it. I can
I
respect
actually
that.
was humbled, man. And I had to buy all the kids Chick-fil-A in the gym because I was like, no, I'm going to hit 1 out of 10.
Oh no!
And I did not, and they got free Chick-fil-A.
Oh, now what was that? How many kids are you talking about?
It was at least 20 of them.
Oh boy! Oh boy! There's some freight to that, man. That was costly.
Yeah, they got a
that
story
was
to
a
tell.
moment for
They're
you,
like, yeah,
dude.
this football NFL guy tried to come play baseball.
My favorite
thought.
thing is how when those conversations happen, when we talk about NFL or NBA, Major League Baseball is left out of these
Yeah, it's because
conversations.
they're
and
not athletic, right?
I mean,
No, I'm saying like the outfielders are athletic.
yeah, I was
but
about to
that's
say.
it.
And
Come on.
first baseman, because it could
Shortstops.
Can you stretch? Can you stretch like Ryan Mountcastle and getting a
I
and
get
getting a
it,
pitch
but
on
it's not
first
a lot
base?
of movement and
True.
it's not exciting, right? So they'd be like, oh,
It-
MLB
yeah.
players,
It's
that
the
is
exciting
easy.
part.
But it's like, go get on that plate, bro, and go try to throw the ball however far it is. Like,
Yeah.
it's not hard.
Is
Like,
it-
you see regular people, right, throw the first pitch, like, and it's just like, oh, it don't even make
Yep.
it there, or it'd be all the way over here. And the others is like, oh, Art, you want to throw a first pitch? And I was like, nah, I'm good.
No, oh wait. Is
I
that
don't
for
embarrass
real?
myself.
Is that for real? You wouldn't do it?
I would do it now because I've actually trained a little
Okay,
bit with
all
throwing
right.
in Power IQ.
But you didn't want to be like 50
before,
Cent,
I
like
wouldn't.
showing up.
Yo,
My shit don't
50 was the
I'll be
worst.
giving out souvenirs, bro.
I'll come out. I'll
Yeah.
say hello.
Yeah.
I'll greet everybody.
Yeah.
You can find somebody else
Just
that
to
can
throw
throw
the
that
first
first
pitch,
pitch.
for
You can
sure.
go that way. Make that work. We are out here at the Gourmet at Kenilworth. It is the Arthur Maulet Show, Press Box 105.7 The Fan. And if you or a loved one has a gambling problem, this show is made possible by 1-800-GAMBLER. No-cost treatment now available for anyone wanting help with their gambling problem. So we were just talking about the NBA a minute ago. Season's underway. I don't even know. Are you a Pels fan? Like, are you?
Yeah, I'm excited to see what the Pelicans are going to do this year. I honestly want to say I'm not a Pelicans fan. It's kind of weird. I'm a OKC fan.
Well, that's really weird.
Yeah.
That's really weird. Was that like?
I never was a Pelicans fan or New Orleans Hornets fan. Like, I never was one of those fans. I was a LeBron fan for a long time. And then when this guy named Derrick Rose came in the league, I kind of bandwagoned a little bit.
Okay.
And then when he had all the ACL tears, I went back to Bron.
Okay.
All right, then I stuck with Bron until last year because he's getting old, right? I need a new guy to watch. So now he's getting old. Like, I need
You're
a new
just
guy to watch.
kind of giving away your fandom, bro. Like,
No,
it
like
doesn't
I'm
really
still
mean
a fan.
anything.
No, I'm still a fan of him, what he does off the field and
You
all
just
these
gotta
other
be
things.
prepared.
But he's not going to entertain me on the court like that anymore because he's not. He goes hard. Don't get me wrong. But
Right.
other guys coming in now, right?
Yeah, I get
like
it.
he's on his
What
way
he's doing
out.
is amazing.
Yeah, it's
for
great.
his age.
It's greatness.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
incredible.
discrediting anything LeBron
Right.
does, but for me, it's like, who's one of these young guys where I can kind of watch him grow a little
SGA.
bit? And exactly.
SGA with
SGA,
and Chet.
You know, those young guys over there in the OKC Thunder. Shout out to y'all, man. Y'all gonna make it. Give me a year or two, man. A year or two.
Former Terp Aaron Wiggins is on that team.
Yeah,
we
so
love
they're
that
gonna be really
dude.
good.
Yeah, right. I
Yeah.
get that. Does the NBA? So it used to be back in the day when I was in the locker room every day covering the team. There was nothing that guys like talking about more than trash talking about NBA. Like, there was nothing like when Terrell Suggs was a Baltimore Raven. Like, that was all those guys. That group of guys would just trash talk about the NBA, about who was a Lakers fan, who was a LeBron fan, who was a Melo. That was all those guys would do. Durant, the whole deal. Is there still an element of that? Like, what?
I mean, I just think just, you know, when those two sports are just kind of like right there at the highest of the highs, it's just like, you know, on both sides you feel like you can do what they do because, you know, you're the best in the world at what you do, right? So it's like, man, I could do that too.
But these guys would just like talk about like they would try to rib somebody about like, oh, you're the LeBron guy. How'd he do last night? Like,
I mean, yeah, that, you know, a little bit, but you know.
So what is it? What do you guys? I've always wanted to know this question.
We're more like we give each other like shit about like college football.
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
if Memphis loses, like, I can't hear the end of it because, like, we're not a Power 5 like that. And it's like, yo, fuck, bro, Memphis. Blah, blah, blah.
You guys did
so
lose
I'm giving
you
I'm
did
giving,
lose to Navy.
I'm giving, but that's not fair,
You did lose to
bro.
Navy.
They're
You
grown
did
men
lose to
playing. Navy is
Navy.
grown men playing, bro.
You lost
They're
to
33
Navy.
years old playing.
They're not, though.
They really are.
They're not
Okay, they're
33.
29.
They're not that either. That's not what it is.
They're 27.
They're
like,
not, we're going to keep doing
exactly.
this. They might be a year, but not much more than that. You lost to Navy. I just want to remind you, you lost to Navy.
That's
but
cool.
Has there been any particularly good bets this year? That was always my. I think we saw the Colts this week. There were some Ohio State, Oregon things going on there.
Nah,
and one of the players
somebody had to dress as a
the
duck at
costume
his press
on.
conference.
Nah,
yeah.
we don't have time for that in our facility. We working over there.
Excuse us.
No, I'm just saying we don't really have time to dress up, and we working, bro. Like, don't get me wrong, we shoot the shit and talk crap and all that, but you know, honestly, like, we got big goals, man, and you know, it's really no play right now because we got so much work.
What
to
else do you guys talk about? Like, what else is it? I've always wanted to know the answer to this question. What is it that you guys? Because like,
it just depends on the day, man. It could be coming from music. It could be anime, which I like to watch. It could be a lot of different things. But you told us
that it was a very small group of guys on the team that were in.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and I talk to those guys.
That's even sequestered then. That's my group.
Yeah, it's my group, man.
Right.
Guilty by association.
Okay, I can respect that. Did you happen to watch the WNBA finals the other night?
No, I did not. I did not watch it.
Mr. Doozy.
It was not a great basketball game.
I mean,
but it was close as hell.
Women's basketball is just scrappy, bro. You know, it's so funny because when I was in high school, my mentor wife has coached high school basketball. And I was more entertained by the girls' basketball team than the guys' basketball team because they would get on the floor, they would get scrappy. There's a lot of fouls. Like, it was just entertaining.
There was a lot of this
and then you might
going
see that one girl that looks like, Allen Iverson out there and giving that work to everybody, right? So, you know, when the WNBA started getting more airtime, because Caitlin Clark, you know, she a beast, Angela Reese, she a beast, you know, on the boards and getting those double-doubles and creating history, it's so funny because it's like everybody's like, oh, my God, they're following them so hard. And I'm just like, bro, you never watch girl basketball. Like, you clearly never watch women's basketball because they're physical than guys. They're more physical than guys.
Facts. So there was a moment at the end of the game. It's a 2-point game. Really questionable foul call late that allowed New York to get the game to overtime. They ultimately
win. Yeah.
After the game, Minnesota's coach, Cheryl Reeve, goes in on the officials.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't care. Find whatever you're going to find.
I mean, it's the championship, man.
Yeah, the game is over
in
now.
on it.
No
this
text,
is always
no none of that.
fascinating to me, like, because there's always two different ways of thinking, right? The first is like, yo, I'm going to call it out. That was BS. I'm saying I'm not going to hide it. Then there's another way of thought that's more like, yeah, but we could have done this, this, and this. We're not going to pretend like we only lost the game because of that.
Yeah.
Which side of the equation do you fall on when it comes to you guys get screwed by a call?
Honestly, I don't let the refs control the game. That's the biggest thing with us. Like, we talk about that all the time. Don't let the refs control the game. You know, if we can make these plays like last week, like if we could just kind of just step on our necks and get it over with, just do it now. You know, don't give people, you know, life at the end of the tunnel. Don't give people light at the end of the tunnel, excuse me. But, you know, for me, like, it's just, you know, don't worry about the refs, bro. They're going to make mistakes. They're human, right? You know, kind of like limit their calls.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
I'm curious to know your thoughts. I'm sure you've heard it, or if you watched it personally, the Georgia-Texas game on Saturday, where they had the wrong call. The refs made the wrong call. And then the fans started throwing objects on the field. It got rowdy. They got on the, you know, they went to the TV, and then I guess somebody in, I don't know if they had their own New York, must have called in and was like, hey, that's the wrong call.
Yeah, you got that one wrong.
And they got it right. So now the conversation is, are we just allowing fans to dictate, like...
I'm going to be honest. I don't pay attention to college.
but
no offense to college.
No,
like,
but it bodes the point of...
Because we have reviews in the league. Like, you got to think about it. It's going to New York right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? And fans, they're not about to do that in the NFL.
It's happened. Remember the Cleveland-Jacksonville game? It was in the early 2000s. This happened. where it was a bad call. And it was in Cleveland. And I don't know if Cleveland was still at their old stadium or if they were at a new stadium. And I believe they changed the policy on bottles because of this game.
It's Cleveland fans.
I mean, I know, but it wasn't just random. It was because the refs had made a call that essentially helped the Jaguars win this game.
It's Cleveland fans. Like, literally, like, it's just Cleveland fans.
You better be ready to duck on Sunday, bro.
Hey.
You better be ready.
I'm not
right?
ducking. I'm running through the wall.
There we go. That's what I'm talking
ducking.
about.
I don't duck.
That's what I'm talking
I'm running through the wall, buddy.
That's the answer.
No, sir. We don't do that.
All right,
We don't do that.
This is the Arthur Maulet
not raised
Show.
that way.
That man is not ducking when he arrives in Cleveland on
not at
Sunday.
all.
He's coming for all
the smoke and the bottles.
all the smoke.
Been waiting too long.
Hey, you can join myself, Reeta, Super Bowl champion, Femi Ayanbadejo, and more for Project Game Day after every game this season, including this Sunday. Head over to PressBoxOnline.com/GameDay just as soon as the game ends. That's PressBoxOnline.com/GameDay for Project Game Day this and every game day. You know, when we come back in, you said that you don't have time to dress up, but I happen to know Halloween's really important to you. So we're going to talk about that when we come back in. It is the Arthur Maulet Show.
Yes, sir.
Third and final segment of the Arthur Maulet Show, Pressbox 105.7. The Fan, Glenn, Reeta, and Arthur Maulet will be back on the field this week, and we can't wait for that. We've had so much fun here. Yeah.
I want to give a quick shout out, right? Everybody came, and thank you so much for coming. I want to shout this man out right here. His shirt is got Ravens embroidery on the sleeves, and it is. I've been looking at your shirt the whole night.
Attention to detail.
Hey, and I love that.
Yeah.
I love the attention to detail. Like, I just thought it was a regular shirt until I saw your sleeves, your cuffs, and I was
dope.
like,
that's dope.
Gotta shout you out.
That's dope.
Hey, we are at the Gourmet at Kenilworth. The Gourmet at Kenilworth offers happy hours 7 days a week, including all-day happy hour every Monday and on Ravens game days. Trust me, you don't want to miss out.
Not at all.
$8 mules and crushes. Ooh.
I'll be here Sunday. Thank you.
We got to talk more about that.
I'll be here Sunday.
Bye week.
$15. Can we make an exception for Art so he can take advantage? $15 beer buckets, mussels, flatbreads, popcorn chicken, and shrimp tempura, and much more. Plus, they are now taking holiday reservations. Give them a call. Visit their website, The Gourmet at Kenilworth. Spell it out, thegourmet at Kenilworth.com. All right, so we learned earlier this year, Halloween's important to you.
Very, very, very important.
So give me the rundown. I know you.
I can't tell y'all what I'm going to be, bro. Y'all going to have to just watch on Instagram via Instagram Live, man.
Can we get a hint?
No.
No? Oh.
Nope.
You have told us that
I'm good at this, man.
you are enforcing
Oh
rookies.
yeah. Oh, I'm going to the Halloween store. I'm getting everybody a costume.
So they're wearing what you tell them.
They're wearing what I pick. I can't haze them, so I got to do something.
I'm just wondering now what a certain first-round pick might have to wear.
Yeah.
some shackles.
Just wondering
Nah, I'm
what that
messing.
might have to look like.
I'm gonna get them something nice. though.
So in the past,
Yo.
what all? Give me
Have
the
I
last
been?
couple of years. What all have you been?
I've been a huge minion, like the little minion things. Like I was like a big blow up minion, like crazy, like little minion. I was I don't know if anybody watched the show Martin. I was one of the security guards for Martin.
Okay.
What else was I, man? I was I was like this blow up dinosaur, but like in the suit.
I know
I was
that.
like
yeah,
riding
yeah.
a dinosaur.
Yeah, with the little- yeah, right? I know that one.
I was that. So that was sort of the last three I was. So.
But you love Halloween.
Oh, I love it, man.
Where does that come from?
I like it because it throws people for a loophole because I'm such a serious guy all the time, and they call me angry man and all this stuff. And then when they see me dress up, they're like, "Oh,
It's-
Arthur's dressing up for Halloween."
It's so funny that that's
the kid in me, man.
That's your reputation.
Yeah,
like
I'm a
it's
nice
so
guy,
funny.
bro.
Like having done
I'm a
this
nice
with you for a couple of
guy.
months, it's the exact opposite of everything that I know about you,
Yeah,
which is so
exactly.
funny.
Yeah.
So does everybody else take it as seriously as you do?
Well, Halloween.
Will other guys show up to the building that day?
I mean, Zay dressed up last year. He takes it pretty serious. Zay be dressing up, so I think I'm gonna just be in competition with Zay for the best costume because
They used to be like a big team party every year, too.
Oh, we got that. We got
You guys
that.
still do
the party?
Yeah, we still
Okay.
do the party, you know. But, you know.
So are you doing 2 different costumes?
I'm doing 2,
one,
yeah.
One Halloween and
it's
one for the party.
28, yeah. Because on Halloween, do we play? When is
No,
Halloween?
it's
That's
next
a
Thursday.
Thursday.
Night. Yeah.
Yeah. So
You guys play the following Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So we know Halloween's a big deal. I appreciate that. Are you a scary movie person?
No, I'm not a scary movie person because they're so predictable, bro. They're so predictable. You know when someone's going to trip and fall. Like, you know someone's not going to be able to open this door. Like, this door doesn't work. So
You know the dumb white guy's getting killed first.
Nah,
that's the way it's going to work.
Usually the black guy.
That actually is true. That is true. Normally it is.
Literally.
You are right about that.
It was us
You are right
first,
about that.
Glenn.
You are right about that.
Nah, but honestly, bro, like, I don't really watch scary movies like that. They're too predictable.
Would you
to
go?
me.
Do you go to like haunted houses?
Yeah, I'll go to haunted houses. That's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm really not too afraid of it though. Like,
This is the
I'm
next.
from Louisiana, you know. It's all
That's
that
what I was
spooky
gonna
Well,
stuff.
that's
say,
true. That's
right?
a valid point.
It's sort
The
of
I
like
mean, y'all go
voodoo and all
to
that stuff,
y'all
like-
go to what's the names for fun? You know,
Right.
where what's
Yeah,
the
where people are buried. Yeah, graveyards. Yes, thank you.
graveyards for
Cemeteries.
Chill, we
fun.
do not go for fun.
They
cemetery.
literally have cemetery tours
That
down
we do
there.
though. We do. We literally do. It's kind of spooky. I never got into that side of my city.
Okay.
I'm cool off that.
Got it.
I love you, Lord.
Even
The,
though it is beautiful.
Yeah, it is. Very beautiful. Food good.
That
too.
leads me into superstitions.
Yes.
The
poll.
internet found a video.
Oh, he better have done that.
Okay.
He better have done. And
Okay.
I was like, shout out to Falele. That's why I mess with you, bro.
Okay.
Do not jinx
For
us.
those that don't know, as y'all were walking off the field on Monday night,
Yep.
there was a pole that was sort of in the middle of this tunnel, whatever you want to call
Yep.
this area.
Going
where
back to the locker room. Yep.
Going back to the locker room. And Daniel Falele started to
the
walk
right of the pole,
around the
yeah.
pole and then very quickly realized, no, you do not split the
You
pole.
do not split that pole.
That's
Do
right.
not split
You
the pole.
do not split that pole.
That's
That
right.
is
I've walked with so many friends in my life, and I will grab them by the shirt. Do not split the pole, buddy.
no matter what.
No matter what. If you split it, I'm just going to go around the other way. If you want to. I'm not serious about it. Like, it's serious. Don't
Are
split the
you
pole.
are you the type of if somebody starts to like you'll go grab them?
I would be like,
and-
yo, this way.
Wow.
Like
You're
my trainer
hardcore.
in the off season, he's horrible at walking. Like I have to tell him every 2 days, like, bro, do not split the pole. Like, come back this way.
Wow.
He's
dude.
watching right now. Yeah, Sean, I'm talking about you, bro. Do not split the pole, bro.
Sean, don't split the pole.
Man, is this the only one or do
Yeah,
you
that's
have
really the only one I got, honestly.
nothing like
Not to step on the crack, break your mama's back.
Yeah, I wouldn't believe it.
nothing you got to do pregame, nothing that you got to do.
I have to lay on the 50-yard line pregame. I have to just literally just lay there, look in the sky, and just give myself like 2 minutes of silence, and just kind of think where I'm at. Yeah.
That's it. You're not otherwise
Yeah.
superstitious whatsoever.
No, not really, because that's the thing I can control. Like I can control someone not splitting the pole, and I can control myself going on the 50-yard line. And,
Now,
and
somebody
thinking about
splits
where I'm
the
at.
pole. If you're ahead and they're behind you, and they
If I don't
decide to
see it, it ain't on me.
Okay, that's how I feel.
Yep.
That's how I feel. That's on you.
So you're not
I
worried
can't
about
control it at that point.
What do you think might happen if you do split
I
the
don't
pole?
know. I don't want to find out.
Fair enough.
I don't know, and I do not want to find out, bro.
I can dig that. Oh, man. Hey, today's show is also brought to you by Easy Pass. Make your trip to the game easy by saving the Easy Pass way for tolls. Go to driveeasymd.com. That's driveeasymd.com. Does it feel like the entire AFC is like purposefully loading up because they know how good you guys are and it's
my
like an arms
goodness.
race at this point?
I mean, bring it, bro. Bring it.
Look, the proof is in the pudding, right? After the Bills lost to the Ravens, they go out, they get Amari Cooper, and then
At the end of the day, we still been playing against these guys.
no, for sure. But then, they saw Tampa Bay, what happened the other night. Then next thing you know, DeAndre Hopkins goes to the Chiefs. So, maybe it's a move that needs to be made, but it does feel like
Hey, man.
the Ravens right now, everybody feels like they need to keep up.
We're just focusing on getting better every week.
I appreciate that.
That's a
That
nice
is the
thing to
correct
say.
answer.
That's
That
a
is
nice
the
thing to
correct
say.
Focusing on
answer.
getting better every
That's
I'll say it
all
for you. I'll say it for you. They loading up.
They're
They
scared.
they loading up
They're
because they don't
scared.
want to play you in the
it just
playoffs.
depends on what you call loaded.
An official
Oops.
statement from the desk of Reeta and I.
Absolutely.
Just depends on what you call loaded, man.
Oh.
That's what I said. Oops.
That's very interesting. That's very, very interesting. All
being
right.
honest.
We mentioned earlier it's Cleveland week.
Yeah. It's gonna be a physical game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Physical game. You know, they got Jameis out there for the first time. I know Chubb's back. This is his second week. They're gonna try to run that ball. They're gonna try to get the run game started. Probably play action pass and take some sideline shots. That's what I see them doing, kind of controlling the game, keeping the ball away from Lamar and our dynamic offense. And, you know, the more we can get Lamar the ball, the higher the score goes up.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So two things. One, you bring up Jameis. I've gotten this sense that, like, Jameis has become this sort of, like, larger-than-life figure for other guys.
Jameis is a really good guy, you know what I'm saying? But he will throw you a 50-50,
Yes,
baby.
he will. Oh, yes, he will.
I was telling my coach today, 50-50.
You think it might not just be game one for Art, but maybe, like, interception one for the season? Can we call the shot?
I'm not jinxing myself.
All right, fair enough. I thought you just said you weren't superstitious. I thought you just said that you didn't have any other.
I would say this. It's not about being superstitious, but for me, it's just I don't speak on those type of things because you never know what you'll do in that position. I just try to play hard. I don't like giving guys extra fuel.
Yeah.
You know, for me, it's just we're going to see you when we see you.
What is it about facing teams that are desperate? Like this
I think I wouldn't say. I mean, I guess you are desperate or whatever. But for me, once I signed with Baltimore last year, I really realized that, you know, we're going to get everybody's best shot. Literally, it don't matter who it is. I don't care if we're. So you see when we went last year to Arizona, we got their best shot. So you know, they looking at us like, you know, this really high and mighty team. Like we're going to get everyone's best shot. So that's why I always say like, yeah, we got to work hard because week in and week out, like. Everybody's know that the Baltimore Ravens is rolling in town, and they're going to play us harder than they play anyone else. And it's, you know, you want it that way because that means that we're really good, right? So it's like, you know, that's why I always say, like, on to the next week because we can't really get excited because it's like everybody's going to give us our best shot. Everybody wants to beat the Baltimore Ravens, you know?
Yep.
It's not lost on me that this game is going to be called a quote-unquote trap game because they are, you know, they only have one win. When you guys, you know, come to teams like this that on paper or whatever it is that they've done thus far has not been on your level, how do you make sure that you stay grounded so that you don't overlook your opponent?
I mean, you know, at the end of the day, like, you look at those losses, right? And they only got one win, so they're 1-6 or something like that.
Yeah, 1 of 5,
but all those losses are within, like, 7 points. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they're getting blowed out and they look horrible. So it's like, is it truly a trap game? They're decent. You know what I'm saying? They're really good. They got a good defense, man. They got playmakers all over that defense. They got Nick Chubb back. They got a vet that can control the game. So it's like we have to look at it like they're coming to try to win. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to turn their season around. I wouldn't necessarily call it a trap game because it's so earlier in the season. Now, if we're 12 games down the line, now that's a trap game. You know what I'm saying? Right now, they can still flip their season around because they have so much leeway on the back end of the schedule. So for me, it's like we have to really go in there and make them know that you guys can't play with us this week.
Let me wrap with this. When you walk out there on Sunday,
Yep.
this was the first time you've ever been hurt. This is the first time you ever missed time. Will it mean more to you? Will there be something that you'll feel on Sunday that there'll be a greater appreciation for?
You know, it's so funny. Ro was talking to me about that. He was like, man, since you've been hurt, like, did you, you know, it made you love the game more? And I told him, like, nah. He looked at me like, I was like, nah, because, you know, for me, like, this is the game. This is all I have. So I always love the game. I never approach the game and not give it love because if it doesn't love me, it's not going to love you back. You know what I'm saying? The football guys are gonna pay you for your hard work and the love of the game, or it's gonna, if you don't love the game, you don't give it all you got, they're not gonna repay you. You know, that's why I've been so fortunate to be healthy for 8 years of my career. You know what I'm saying? Because I put in the hard work, I show the love to the game, and it reciprocates it back to me. You know, so that's how I look at it. You know, and for me, it's just like I'm not really super excited to play. I got business to handle. I got a lot of time to make up for. So for me, it's like about goddamn time.
There we go. It is about goddamn time.
That's right.
Yeah.
Back on Sunday.
Yes,
That's Arthur Maulet. Make some noise for him. Are you struggling with addiction? Stigma keeps people from reaching out, but there is help available. For more information on what you can do about addiction, go to stopoverdose.maryland.gov. Thank you all for coming out and hanging out with us tonight.
Thank you guys for coming and hanging out, man.
Yes.
As always, go to PressBoxOnline.com/Maulet to find out where we're going to be when. Appreciate everybody at the Gourmet here at Kenilworth. Awesome place. If you have not been yet, you need to check this spot out. It is gorgeous. The food is delicious.
Beautiful. I'm coming over here
coming
tomorrow.
back for happy
Check
hour.
this
I'm
coming
place
ready to eat here
I'm going to
out.
be happy at the happy hour.
I'm really coming to eat here tomorrow.
For Arthur Maulet, for Reeta, I'm Glenn. This has been the Arthur Maulet Show.
Shout out to Press Box, man.